Our first attempt, a bit misshapen, tasted great though. Would be good with a simple side salad and a glass of wine, even if you're not on a picnic. Number 2 here, which we actually assembled on the parchment paper liner for the air fryer, came out great. I had that cold the following day. Very robust, it'll hold together well for a picnic, and again, tasted great. Hello everyone, I'm Anthony, the Eclectic Chef. Welcome back to my UK kitchen. Here we are looking at a blank canvas, a sheet of puff pastry. I purchased it, not ashamed to admit it. I don't have the equipment or the wherewithal to make pastry in my UK kitchen, and quite frankly, with the exception of hot water pastry, I don't particularly like making pastry anyway. So come along as we transform this into the perfect picnic bite. First, a smear of tomato puree. Next, we added a generous amount of ricotta. You could use any soft cheese though. It doesn't have to be ricotta. If you're on a budget, use cream cheese. Just a soft cheese. Next, the meat. This is prosciutto arrosto from Italy. Delightful, flavourful ham. But as I said with the cheese, if you're on a budget, just use sliced ham. And next, the cheese. This is Waitrose Organic Duchy Extra Strong No. 5 Cheddar. I'm using organic these days in England, so at least I know my cheese doesn't come from cows that have been treated with Bovaer. Okay, so we added 4 slices of tomato on top of the cheese, 3 sliced back olives, and a little smear of Dijon mustard along the sides of what I call the wings. You could put this under the ham if you wanted, it doesn't matter. Now, if you're cooking these for children, you might want to consider not adding the olives and the mustard. Here we go, wrapped up and ready for the oven, given a little bit of olive oil spray. I'm going to try this in the air fryer. If it doesn't work, I have a second one I can do in the oven, but let's try the air fryer, it's a little bit easier. Here's the second package. I did learn to assemble it on the parchment paper liners rather than trying to get it off the cutting board, because the pastry isn't that chilled and it gets sticky. So learn that lesson from me. And I sprinkled this one with a little bit of herbe de Provence. We'll see how this works out. The other one's nearly done, by the way, and it's looking pretty good. Air fryer seems to work with these. Well, here's number 1. Air fryer, 15 minutes, 190. Looks good. Wouldn't cook it anymore. Really have to say, everything's melted. Hopefully the second one's going to be a bit more photogenic, but this one's going to be my lunch. Well, this one's number 2. Came out of the air fryer a little less misshapen than the first one, and that's just because I was not as diligent as I should have been. I ate the first one warm. It was absolutely delicious. Beautiful lunch with a glass of wine. Now, I'm going to let this cool for tomorrow and have it cold, because that's how it's meant for a picnic. But right now, I'm feeling pretty good about this one.